It's time for Trench Talk, for your weekly infusion of metal and otherwise heavy music. I'm your host, Flight of Icarus from MetalTrenches.com. As always, if you haven't already, please do subscribe. You can listen on iTunes, CastBox, and also on iTunes and BitChute, where you can get further content on a weekly basis. Also consider checking out our Metal Trenches Patreon. This time I interviewed noisy, mathy, grindy band MOUTHBREATHER, and it's one for the ages. I'm going to tell you this. They're gearing up to headline IndexFest, and so we talked about that and then engaged in one of the most interesting interviews I've ever done. So, can't wait for you to hear it.
Yep, this is Ryan from MOUTHBREATHER.
Nick from MOUTHBREATHER.
so enthusiastic. So I wanted to start off with kind of the obvious thing to talk about here is IndexFest is on the horizon, and I was kind of curious to hear a little bit more about how you wound up headlining, how you're feeling about it, and all that good stuff.
How we wound up headlining, we weren't planning on it, of course, and I don't know about Nick, but I was a little bit nervous about it, so I talked to Christian at Mathcore Index, and he assured us that it would be. I just didn't know if we would have the capacity to sort of be the headliner, but he assured us that it would be good.
It's like our first real show that we're headlining, other than like smaller local ones and stuff, but across the country headlining it's definitely the first for us.
Yeah.
So should be fun.
Yeah, I think Christian mentioned that there was some anxiety there. So is it just generally kind of a concern about whether you can get enough draw of an audience, or
yeah, but
factors too?
Because we've never played the West Coast, so I was like taken aback a little bit. But he did assure us that it would be no problem at all to get people there. So
okay, so if it goes wrong, it's all Christian's fault. Got it.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
When in doubt, blame Mathcore Index. Perfect. I love it. And
Specifically
Christian, not Mathcore Index, but Christian himself personally.
just Christian.
Yeah.
Awesome. And remind me again, where are you guys based out of?
Massachusetts.
Okay, so it's that's a bit of a haul, and you've never played like anywhere on the West Coast before?
we've never played past
we've I think it's just East Coast, really.
like we've never gone past like Baltimore, I think.
Is that west?
I think that's the furthest west we've gone.
Isn't that like east though?
Is it?
I don't know. I have no idea.
What's the furthest
we
west?
definitely like somewhere way in New York we've been.
Oh wait, Jersey actually, huh?
Wow.
We played that weird spot in Jersey. That was
The Hills Have Eyes.
That
shit?
was a different iteration though. We
Yeah.
drove like 8 hours for band practice. It was tight.
Nice. Have you played?
Yeah.
Have you played Buffalo at all?
Oh
Yeah.
wait, we
we
did.
have,
So
yeah.
that's furthest west, huh?
Are you familiar with Inertia?
The law?
the physics concept.
No, the band. There's a band in that area.
No.
They were actually the first interview I did on this podcast, and they're super cool. They play really technical mathcore stuff, kind of, I don't know, like ion dissonance mixed with like the number 12, and it's all over the place. It really runs the gamut. Their guitar player has like a doctorate in music and is insane. So I was just curious if you ran into them at all. But yeah, they're pretty cool.
No, hopefully soon though.
Yeah, you should definitely link up because they check out their album too. It's pretty sick. It's called Teratoma. Came out last year. So now that I'm done plugging somebody else's band,
I was gonna say, are they in on this interview too, or?
I know. I'm gonna call them in now. Yeah. So are you still like kind of nervous going into this show, or are you feeling better about it, coming to terms with it?
Many sedatives later.
No. See, we try to stay as sedated as possible. So I don't feel much of anything at all usually.
How long are you going to be out there?
So we're linking up with Meth, the band Meth I think they're from Chicago.
Fucking best name.
Yeah, such a good name. Because whenever someone asks if I assure you will like their band. So like then I'd be able to be like, yo, do you like Meth? And you'd have to say yes, which is hilarious.
Yeah, well, I actually, like honestly, meth, on the West Coast, that really does mean something too. Yeah. We've got a huge meth problem out here.
Yeah. Oh, really? Nick is actually from the West Coast originally. He came out here like, I don't know, 3 years ago or something.
Yeah.
So he's familiar.
Yeet.
So we're linking up with them. We're playing Fam Fest the week before IndexFest, and then going out playing a date each night on our way out to IndexFest.
You playing with any other kind of exciting bands on the way?
I have to go look through the.
I'm sure we are. Yeah, but we're also assholes and can't remember anything. So.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. Probably.
Super organized. Got it.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
We might as well kind of just plug IndexFest in full here too. So you want to give like the date and the venue and all that stuff for the listeners out there, if you can remember it.
Are we live right now?
No, we're not live.
Okay, good. So it's in Los Angeles.
Wait, no,
how do you pronounce this?
July 13th.
Oh, the 13th. Okay. Oakland, California.
Oakland.
Yeah. At the Oakland Metro Opera House on July 13th will be Mathcore IndexFest 2019.
Yeah.
Breather style.
Yeah.
Cool. And I'll put a link down in the description for tickets. Are you working on new music at this point?
We are. We're working on a full length. We're shooting for
4 inches.
For yeah. We're shooting for 2020, I think. Should be good. We'll be playing some new material at IndexFest for anyone who's interested in hearing it for the first time.
And what's a full length for you? Because I hear that's a very broad term at this point, I feel 40, like. Especially when it comes to bands like yours that are used to putting out like 10 to 15 minute releases.
Let's say over 25 minutes is the goal.
Okay.
Yeah, but I believe it was you that said in a review of us that brevity is the soul of wit, and you encouraged us not to be like molested by any producers or anything.
You are correct. 100%. That was me. Yeah, no, I'm a big quality over quantity guy. And honestly, I mean, part of it's by design too, because, I'm reviewing so much music. I honestly steer away from the longer releases now because I just don't have the time. It's too much of an investment. So when I get something really good that's like 10 minutes long, I'm like, perfect. That's just right for me right now.
I get bored, I just get bored listening to something that's 45 minutes long. Furthermore, Nick always says we're not fucking Metallica over here, but we are going to have a cover on the full length of Nothing Else Matters.
Is that a gag or are you serious?
I don't know. Maybe you'll have to wait and
we'll have to wait and see.
Would it make you buy it?
I probably. I'd be interested in hearing a mouth breather cover of Metallica. I don't know what that would even sound like.
To be honest, man, like when me and Ryan started writing these songs together, like we just didn't want any fat on the songs. We just wanted something that was like organic and just happened. And so if the song was done, it was done. And sometimes we write just fully linear, like ABCD songs. Sometimes like Tourniquet is more like a verse chorus out thing, and like we've never like set out to have a certain thing. And so for this next album, the only thing that we're setting out to do is just put more songs on it rather than like making the songs longer. We just like, we'll continue to write how we write, but hopefully put like 12 to like 15 songs on it is the like goal. That. So realistically, at least 8.
Yeah, at least 8. At least 8, but I think like Nick's made the point that we just like whatever happens is what happens. Yeah. That's, you know.
Right.
Like to do it.
Just like stop when it's done, basically.
Yeah, it says
don't try to like add bullshit just cause.
I can't stand that. Like that's annoying to me. Like a song is done when it's done, and an album is as long as it needs to be, or as short as it needs to be. Like I hate. I can't stand filler, especially within a
filler,
song.
No filler, baby.
Yeah. That's like probably like my number one critique when I'm talking about albums. People probably get sick of it being in the critique section, but that's what I always come across is like this song started off great for the first 2 or 3 minutes, and then it dragged on for like 6, right. And it didn't need to. And like there are some bands out there that do a great job of it. I mean, I've been singing Warforged their praises because they put out an over an hour album that every second of it is interesting, and they made it work. But I feel like too many bands are just like, well, our song needs to be at least this long. Like this is too short. Yeah. So we're just going to play this part like 3 more times. And I'm like, yeah, gee, thanks. I really needed more of that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we are actively combating like molestation in this area. Like people, lots of people that aren't in the band encourage us to write longer songs. You know, I guess not any of the 3 of us apparently, but I guess some people want longer shit. So, but we're not gonna do it. We won't do what we're told.
Yeah, I'd like to think we're like the power violence band that doesn't play power violence, just like short ass songs, but not that like genre really at all.
Yeah,
like a power violent grind band that's allegedly mathy, but not really.
Yeah, and it's not forced. That's something I really appreciate about MouthBreather is the songs just feel exactly the length that they need to be. Everything you wanted in there is in there, nothing more, nothing less. And to me, that's perfection when it comes to music.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. I'll say like one thing that we didn't anticipate with writing short songs that we've had to deal with is playing like too short of sets. When we only had Pig, like, dude, we had like what Pig is like 7 tracks, but it's really only
about
4 songs that we play because we don't play Sex Coward. So yeah, we had an 8-minute set with talking at our first show in Baltimore, and it was like kind of embarrassing. People were like super into it, and then we were like, thanks, bye, and they were like, what the fuck?
I guess you could argue you leave them wanting more, but that would be a conundrum.
No, but now we play pretty much everything off of both of the albums, and then a couple new ones. But
yeah, we'll have a full headliner worthy set.
Yeah, I look forward to a day where we don't have to play every single song we have. Like pick and choose the songs we play.
Yeah, you're out of luck if you just get tired of a song and you don't want to play it anymore. It's like, well, we're playing it anyways.
Already there, bro.
Or you're gonna be playing Metallica covers, I guess.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
We fucking should though.
Anytime your set goes short, just have just play When Nothing Else Matters. I'm sure everybody will be stoked about that.
Or Stairway to Heaven. No, yeah. What, Pantera? Pantera covers?
When in doubt, Freebird. Always.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Do you have like a favorite song out of your stuff? Speaking of like songs you get sick of, are there ones that, especially live, like you're really stoked to play in front of a crowd?
Frat Scum.
Yeah,
Live.
that one's fun because depending on the crowd we're playing to, like that one's like stupid as fuck, just dumb.
The hardcore shows, that one is well received.
Yeah, people like that one. My favorite one to play is Intrigant, probably.
Yeah, it's probably like the smartest song in quotations that we have, I think. I don't know. That was the first song where me and Ryan wrote, and we were like, "Oh shit, this is cool, and it feels good to play." And that one actually took like a couple days to write, whereas like Tourniquet we wrote in about 3 minutes. Yeah. As long as it took to play it. And then like Born Dead, same thing. Like it took like maybe an hour to get that one fully done. And then
but Intrigant
was like actually planned and like alternate endings and all this fun little like whistles and shit, which is cool. So we like try to go back and forth between like organic and like planned organic. Yeah. Prometheus was also completely on the spot, minus the drum fill that starts it.
Yeah.
When you say it's your smartest song, what do you mean by that?
It has like an alternate ending, like for every phrase.
Have you heard of Inertia before? Yeah, sorry.
It has a lot of thought put into it, is what I mean. As far as like how hard it is to play and not exactly going where you want to go at the end of something. Do you know what I mean? Like, you ever been like jamming with somebody and you just know where it's going to go and you're like, oh, cool. Intrigant was not that at the beginning. It changes a good amount and it's not super intuitive.
And it's 100% virtually linear.
Yeah, there's no repeating besides like within the actual like section phrase.
Yeah.
But like the phrase might repeat a couple of times, but once it's done, it doesn't come back. Okay, well, I'm sure you've like jammed with somebody, right? And you're like playing a section and you're like, and you kind of look at the drummer and you're like, oh shit, like I know where this is going to go. And you start playing another thing. So we sometimes don't want to do that in practice where we're like, oh, like we want to go to this next section and it feels natural. Let's like throw a curveball, shelf tempo change, or maybe a different meter, or like.
That's all you, bro. That's your fucking fault. All that shit.
I'm talking about myself, obviously.
He's this is all coming from the drummer here. He's like, oh yeah, we decided to throw a curveball into the song. We decided to change the tempo and fuck with Ryan's head. That's what we decided. It's
not so much for the listener as much as like
to punish me. He's just trying to punish me. That's what's happening.
When this started, we didn't think anybody would ever really hear any of it, to be honest. So it's kind of just been like everything's been icing since the first day we jammed, really, to be honest. It's more for us. It's more for me than anything. Selfishly, if anybody's listening that likes MouthBreather, I'm sorry.
No, I was just kidding. I like it too. It's fine.
It is very much like A, B, C, D type of thing.
Yeah, but
and it's got a bar jazz, which is really fun.
It's stupid, just really dumb. Yeah, just really, really dumb. But Frat Scum is really fun to play. I also like Denim Jacket a lot. We fucking wrote them, so it's like, you know, we kind of like playing them, so
yeah,
it's hard to pick.
What got you all into music to begin with, and you know, ultimately led up to this project?
Metallica. Shut the fuck up. Metallica, the Black Album.
God damn it! I can't tell if you're being serious or not.
I did like Metallica when I was a child, and I'm ashamed of this.
Ryan likes Nin a lot.
Nin, I do like Nin. I like some Nin.
I love Nin.
What? How long have you played guitar for?
I don't know.
When did you start? As a kid?
I was like 13 or something, 12, 14. I don't know.
Did you take lessons?
No.
Cool.
Why? I took like a few lessons, but problems with authorities.
Ryan knows all the buzzwords that he needs to know, like chromatic,
Yeah.
and 5.
Yeah. I know
Enough to
I know
get
how
by,
make it
enough to sound
like
smart.
I know how to play.
Yeah.
You know, that's all.
No, Ryan knows a good amount about theory. Don't let him fool you. But I guess he's self-taught. I'm not as self-taught, but I don't have a degree. I'm not like that cool or anything.
You're not cool.
I took a bunch of lessons
inertia.
as a kid though, on guitar, and then I switched to drums at like 11.
So what got you into music?
I don't know, radio as a kid, 90s music.
Fuck yeah, I love 90s music.
My dad plays guitar, so I was like, I wanted to bond with him, and I couldn't make shortstop. He wouldn't come to my games, so I was like, fuck it, I'll play guitar. As far as like Mouth Breather though, like to be truthful, Ryan had like a full band before I joined, and it kind of went to shit, right? Somehow.
Yeah, it was like a different name, and yeah, like still friendly with all the former members, basically.
Yeah.
But just one of them like got engaged or something, and then another one like yeah, it's not important. It's not important.
So they had a show booked
Life
with
changes.
all different songs than what we play now. They had a show booked, and I had been like hanging out with them and was actually going to like do a pre-pro version of one of their old songs. And then I like mentioned I played drums, and then like the drummer quit / I don't know exactly what happened, but there was no drummer 2 days before the show. Ryan was like, hey, you got to learn all these songs and play them. So I came over and learned the whole set in like 2 days, and we played it, and it wasn't that great, but it wasn't horrible. And then we were like, oh, let's just keep doing it. And then we got kind of new members trickled in, and then we started writing stuff that was a little more, like what we play now.
Yeah,
So,
but me and Nick and I have been the core members of Mouth Breather
since like 2016 is when I moved here, and I joined like a month after I moved here.
And like Nick is such a core member that's when I would say Mouth Breather started, is when Nick joined.
And the secret truth here seems to be that the songs are actually short for insurance in case you lose another member and somebody has to last minute learn all the songs again.
Right, exactly.
100%, yeah. I'm actually a lot better of a drummer. I just played like bad on the record on purpose. That's not the best I can do at all times.
Yeah, we intentionally fuck up and act like we can't play our instruments. It's on purpose.
Like BB King. I like play very simple, but I'm actually a beast.
Yeah.
Just kidding. That is we're joking. That's a joke.
We actually suck.
Yeah. Like we're trying really hard.
Yeah.
On all the records.
Going back
Dude,
to
I used to play with a piccolo snare live. Okay, we've come a long way.
We've been wicked far.
I was like, dude, I want to be Suicide Silence, which is sick. Love Suicide Silence if you're listening, but you're not. But
we're at peak capacity where I have no idea what's serious and what's not anymore. So I have no idea what's happening.
Welcome to my life. My life is a fucking joke, so it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, but it's a really long one. It's not short.
Yeah, like too long even. I should shorten it. Just
next
like
question.
Next question. It's going off the rails.
I do. All right, let's go back to, I wanted to ask more about listening to the radio in the 90s, because that's what kind of got me started getting interested in especially heavier music. We had a station in Chicago called Q101 that would play like Korn and grunge and all that kind of stuff. So were there any particular bands that like were particularly getting you interested?
Ryan?
Third Eye Blind.
Dude, that's so funny.
Yeah.
You fucking too.
I fucking love Third Eye Blind.
So like full disclosure, I love heavy music and like regular music equally.
Same here.
I just happen to like playing live and recording heavy music more than the other shit. But like having said that, 90s bands like Guano Apes, have you ever heard of them? They have this one random song that was on the radio that was like semi-screaming-ish singing. And it was like, almost like Kurt Cobain-ish a little bit, but a little more screamy. And I was like, yo, that's actually really cool. It was like the first like not just clean vocals song that I heard that I was like, oh, this is really dope. And then from there, like all of the typical like, I don't know, Like I was like into like Avenged Sevenfold, Atreyu, all that like shit. I'm from the West Coast, so like Avenged was huge, and like from there I had a big metalcore phase. Then got into fell back into like emo shit, and then started listening to more hardcore stuff.
Yeah. Similar trajectory. Did you go through any new metal phase at all too?
I still am down with new metal.
I'm still in my new metal phase right now.
Like it's badass.
Well, I feel like it's like kind of in vogue now. I mean, you've got bands like Vane and Code Orange that are like huge, and they're completely unapologetic about being like huge Slipknot fans and stuff.
Vane's probably like my favorite heavy band, to be honest with you. Fucking love them. Code Orange is dope too. Yeah. What would you consider Kubla Khan?
I mean, I want to say like metallic hardcore, but there's so many like different sounds in metallic hardcore now. Like that just fundamentally means a different thing now. I don't know. What would you consider?
It's all pretty fucking hard to like pinpoint, to be honest.
Everything's become so like fractured.
But Nick is a fucking emo kid.
Yeah. Dude, so like to be honest with you, man, I think that like I could go to a genre of music that I fully disregard, something like folk, let's say. But if I went to a show and it was honest and they were like, yo, motherfucker, like we're folk artists, this is what we do, I'd be like down. I'd be like, that's fucking cool. Like I don't really listen to rap or like any rap. Having said that, if I went to a show and like there's like honest rap, I'd be like, this is fucking sick. So
dude, honestly, rap shows are way more fun. Rap shows are way more fun.
I'm sure they're more profitable.
Yeah.
Like anything that's like honest and like you look at them and you're like, that's what they do. It's not a gimmick. It's like for real. That I support it. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
So
plus, I want to go to a folk concert now where they open by saying, "Yo, motherfuckers, we're folk."
Yeah, this is what folk looks like, motherfucker. Yeah.
They have like a Cypress Hill intro, but then they just play like bluegrass music or some shit. That'd be awesome.
I'm into it.
I'd get down with that.
The genre doesn't matter as much as like the artist, I think.
Yeah, my music trajectory is hella different from Nick's. I always hated emo music and pop punk. I fucking used to hate it because my sister liked it. My sister liked it, so I was like, this is lame. My sister's lame. But genre is not important to me either. It was my real point.
Brian likes a lot of electronic shit, actually.
Yeah.
That you wouldn't know.
Yeah, like
randomly we'll throw on like some like dancey shit. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Like I like minimal house. I like down tempo and lots of shit. Just basically anything that's angry or sad.
And I like really catchy shit.
I feel like everybody goes through that phase too of like even if you do like something, you like tell yourself you don't like it anymore because it's like not cool. Like you said with your sister, it's like, oh, my sister likes this, so it's like I had to convince myself for a long time that I didn't actually like Blink-182, and then I finally got over it, and I was like, dude, Blink-182 is the shit.
I'll plug The Used till the day I die. That's my favorite band of all time.
The Used? Oh yeah,
dude, favorite band of all time. But like my one in like junior high and high school was Avenged Sevenfold. When like Sounding the Seventh Trumpet and Waking the Fallen were out, I was like super into trying to like get good at drums and shit. So the Rev was like, I was like, dude, this guy's so fucking cool. He's got like colors in his hair. He flips his sticks. He's got 2 bass drums. Fuck that.
They're basically Metallica.
Yo, yeah, dude, totally. And honestly, looking back, I still think some of the guitar and drums are fucking timeless, but the vocals I just can't do it anymore.
What else? When you're making music, like what's on your mind? Like where's that coming from?
I'll ask the questions here. All right?
Can I guess what's on your mind, Nick?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with like bizarre Japanese pornography.
Next question.
All right, this is the hentai episode of Trench Talk now.
Oh God, love that. What's on Ryan's mind when he's writing guitar riffs?
Yeah, take a guess.
This is like the Newlywed Game now.
Probably. I hope Nick doesn't play this too slow. He always gets mad at me because I want to play sections slower.
You're almost right on the money.
I hope he plays more blast beats. I hope he can do a blast beat at this tempo.
Yeah.
What's on my mind is I hope we don't trash this song because I just wrote a really cool fill for this song.
So
like sometimes when we're writing something and I can see like Ryan's like, this sucks, I like will hold back and just make it suck even more. Because I don't want to write something cool that I'm like partial to the song now selfishly because I wrote something cool for it. We try to write stylistic shit, man. Like, to be honest, we don't really try to showboat very much. So what's on our mind is making like something that's like grooves and is heavy.
I'm thinking about my mom mostly. So.
Yeah, she's a guitar player too.
Yeah. Her name is Stevie Ray Hendricks.
Oh my God.
We're so sorry, by the way.
This is definitely the most slap-happy conversation I've had on here so far.
Slap-happy? Can we make it more slapstick, though? Can we just have some people falling?
Yeah, off, with no video. We'll just take your word for it that you're falling over. Perfect.
Yeah, head over heels. Am I right?
Yeah, no, what? Sorry, I was listening.
Is there a place that you go to like conjure like the aggression for the music at least? Like you got it. I mean, all that has to come from somewhere. So where are you channeling it from?
Next question. Later, you guys.
Oh, bye. Good to meet you.
Yeah. Sorry.
Later. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you as well. Later, gentlemen.
Free tomorrow if you're trying to.
Yeah, I'm around. Cool.
Love you.
Me too.
Bye. Sorry about that.
Goodbye.
Sorry.
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. What was that?
A couple of friends of ours are leaving.
Oh, okay.
My residence, my domicile.
Nice.
Have you heard of Inertia?
No, I haven't. Tell me all about them.
I don't know anything about physics.
Edit these things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got my work cut out for me.
So what was the question?
I said, where do you like conjure the aggression from?
I feel like they're pretty indifferent.
Yeah, pretty apathetic sounding. If I had to.
Dude, I think we write sad music.
Yeah,
to be honest,
it's sad. Where do I go? It's all from betrayal, man. Betrayal, and that's it. Just betrayal.
Have you ever played Halo?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just trying to capture the feeling of the original story of Halo, of the Halo franchise. I'm trying to capture that feeling, Remember the flood?
Song by Escape the Fate.
Yeah.
Sorry, please edit.
Yes, just whenever you speak to us, it'll probably just be a constant deflection,
Right.
So we don't have to actually talk about anything.
Clearly.
Yeah.
I do love Halo, though, so we could just talk about Halo for the next 30 minutes, I guess.
Halo 3 specifically, please.
No, man. Fuck Halo 3. Halo 2 is way better.
Halo 1 is better than both of them.
I like Halo 1. I like Halo 3. Halo 2 is cool. I like Halo in general. It's a good fucking game.
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah.
It's like one of the only ones I actually ever played like for real.
Yeah.
I got like a sty in my eye from keeping them open so long and playing that.
Really?
Yeah, I had to go to the doctor. So,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Warm compress. Atopic dermatitis. So where do you go, Nick, when you think about betrayal?
Typically I'm on my way to your house.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. No, I don't know, man. Girls are weird, and stuff.
You're talking to you're talking to an emo kid here. Like of course he's gonna go with girls is the answer. Like, right?
Yeah, because that's the only thing I'm willing to say and have on the internet forever.
Yeah.
No, dude. Yeah, everybody goes through shit, whatever. But we just happen to suck at instruments and play them really loud. That's it. Really, that's the difference. So
Yeah.
So favorite emo bands? How about that? you got the Used. What else?
Blink-182. Or Metallica. I don't know any emo bands personally. This is Ryan. What's an emo band?
you know what my favorite, like, I wouldn't consider them emo, but my favorite, like, 3 bands in, like, 5th grade. Well, okay, 4. Like, early AFI, The Used, Sum 41, and Millencolin. That was my shit. Like, that type of, like, emotional, not exactly all emo, but, like, poppy, alt-pop, alt, like, punky. I don't know. You know what I mean?
What about Elliott Smith? Am
Like,
I allowed
skate
to?
punky shit. Oh, dude, love
Am I allowed
that,
to
yeah.
use that as an answer to the emo question?
Of course.
Yeah.
He's emo. His music's like really just good.
Yeah.
But he is mad sad. Like, sure. I love that guy so much. Loved him anyway.
Yeah.
He did.
He's dead as fuck.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me like a half hour. Yeah.
Next question.
Wu-Tang, Kendrick Lamar. Are those emo? No.
I do love
I think-
Wu-Tang though. Wu-Tang's
Yeah.
the shit. When you guys aren't
Don't
recording,
put any of the last minute and a half.
Yeah. Just cut all that.
For real.
Like, actually.
we're just gonna cut the whole interview.
Okay.
That sounds great.
Thank God.
Go to the movies with me.
Oh my good lord. When you guys aren't recording music, what are you doing then?
I like baseball a lot.
He laughed.
Because I don't know. I genuinely don't know anymore.
That's my hobby.
He really does like baseball.
I love baseball. I play like in a softball league. Go to the batting cages. Just try to kind of harness my dad's energy and like let him know I finally made shortstop. You know, Dad?
Yeah.
No, just kidding. I play center field. It's the shortstop of the outfield, though. Don't get it twisted. Stabs.
I don't
You
do-
stab stuff.
Yeah?
Ryan has a dog and he stabs things,
Yeah.
but not the dog.
I don't stab my
We
dog.
love animals.
Yeah, my dog does the stabbing often though. He's a pit bull, so he's like a badass motherfucker. He's just fucking he's constantly armed, you know.
What
But-
else do we do for fun? Ryan, what do you do? Like, Ryan likes computer stuff. He's like nerds out on the internet.
Yeah, I've been on sabbatical from work for a while, and I've just been chain smoking on my couch. That's what I've been up to.
Smoking
Nice.
whilst watching.
But yeah, I mean, I sort of am injured. My it's basically healed. at
Ryan
this
was in
point.
a car accident a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that's a different injury. Same hand though.
It's been lingering.
So I'm just lacerated a tendon on my right hand.
Have you ever played frisbee golf before?
Yes.
They don't have enough good courses that I've been to here, but in California, I love playing frisbee golf on the weekends.
Will you pass me my machete?
Yeah.
Thank you. I wish there was video, dude.
I'm sure on the northwest you got to have good courses out there. I don't know if you play or not.
No, it's not my thing, but I'm sure they have them around
okay.
for sure. Hacky sack circles, that whole thing.
But like the Sandmaster kind, like the good kind, or like the bean ones. Do you hacky sack?
Dude, bro,
No, I don't.
Dude, I love sports and anything sports related. I'm such a bro. It's not even funny. Don't put that in the internet.
Yeah. Whereas I'm not. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, am I bro?
Look, the only reason I play drums is because I wasn't good enough at baseball. No, you're not a bro, Ryan. No. You look like one. You look like one more than I am, but I am one more than you are.
That is true. That's true. What makes me look like a bro?
Your triceps.
My triceps. Okay, I'll take it. Yeah.
Don't use that.
Yeah.
We're just talking to you as like a cool guy, right?
Yeah.
You can say that I like baseball, but don't put any of the other stuff about where I actually explain how I really like it. Is this going to be transcribed or is it going to be our voices?
No,
no voice involved in this.
Sorry.
Yes,
it's. Can you just have Siri answer
people
for me,
will be
please,
people will be listening to this train wreck, and I'm really interested to hear reactions.
Oh, good.
Normally, how it works is we start talking, and I can get people to just start talking, and then the talking continues. But then it's yet to
yeah, but we're afraid of ourselves. I don't want to talk about myself that much. Like, to be honest.
Yeah, enough about us. Let's talk about you.
I almost need to break it down to the most basic level, where I'm like, okay, when you're sitting down with your friends, what do you talk about?
Nick, you want to take this one?
Harsh cleaners.
Astringents.
I just spit my water out.
To answer this question, I'd have to have friends.
Yeah.
So, next question. What do we try?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why do we so this is the first band I was ever in where we use 5-string and 7-string guitars. So why?
Why do we do that?
Yeah, I always wondered.
Because there was a 2-year period where I listened to literally nothing but Meshuggah.
Okay.
And I wanted to be like them, but I didn't want to jump from a 6 to an 8.
Right.
So I went to a 7, and then I fucking stopped listening to Meshuggah so much and never went from 7 to 8.
And you're like, fuck it, we can just play in G now.
Yeah.
Drop G in.
Yeah. That's literally why we play 7 strings.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like it. I've always wondered. Obviously you can play lower, but there becomes a point of diminishing returns with that.
Yeah.
And or not, depending on your bass player's ability, because at a certain point, it becomes so muddy that you can have a really bad bass player.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because it's just like brown.
So for anybody listening who wants to start a band, but you can't find a good bass player, just buy a 7-string guitar so you get a 5-string bass.
Yeah.
And you'll be the next mouth breather.
Yeah, you'll be the next mouth breather because I'm so discouraged. I'm just constantly discouraged, Definitely going to give up.
You do the IndexFest and that'll be it. That'll be your farewell show.
No, we have one other thing after that.
Yeah, we have another festival after that, but I assure you, shortly thereafter.
That'll be it.
Yeah.
You promise.
Yeah, I promise. It's funny. Yeah, it's funny. My mom made me promise too.
Well, if your set is as uncomfortable and dragged out as this interview, then that's a good indication of it too. So
we're just like we're not.
It will be as uncomfortable, not as dragged out. Like
yeah,
I said,
sure.
we have 10 songs.
No, we'll have new material for IndexFest. We will have some brand spanking new tracks for all those people.
Oh, dude, this kid's a cop now.
You're a cop. I won't. Sorry about the terrible interview
Who's
skills.
a cop?
But, I'm just not a people person.
Yeah.
I just like to be sarcastic all the time, and that's all. That's what you want to know. What I do for fun? I botch interviews by being too sarcastic. That's what I do for fun.
Perfect.
I'm enjoying myself. You're calling it a train wreck, but I'm having a great time.
It's a wonderful train wreck, though. It's one you can't look
away
away
from.
from.
Dude, so Jim Carrey said one thing ever that was really cool.
Yeah.
He said that when you go out to meet like different people that don't know you, you have 2 options. You can either be a character or you can be yourself. So I've chosen a character, and I've just fully become my character.
Did he say this like around the time that he
has a huge beard.
He did DMT.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. Yeah. And he was like, dude, when I became a celebrity, like either I could play the guy that everybody wanted me to be, or I could just be myself. And the cool part about being myself is that I never have to try.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So we just kind of don't, not like we're celebrities. Can you imagine? That'd be fucked up.
Yeah.
No, but we definitely don't try to I don't know. It is what it is. Same with the music.
We are who we are. I'm literally destroying my couch with a machete while we're talking to you. That's who I am. I'm just trying to be true to myself here.
Yeah. Living your best life.
I really wish there was video so you knew I was serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really need video for this one. It would definitely add to the experience.
It's a shitty couch, don't worry.
Yeah.
There's actually been a spring up my hind for this entire interview, so I am nervous. No, but for real, do you have any other questions?
that
are legit questions about the music
or anything?
Not really, honestly.
What do you want to ask me right now?
Yeah, what do you want to ask but you're afraid to?
I don't have anything off the top of my head. There's nothing that it's literally gotten to the point where it's not that I have questions I want to ask that I'm afraid to ask. It's that my mind has gone completely numb and blank. And there's just no questions left.
You're ready.
I'm so confused.
You're ready.
So anyways, you want to join MouthBreather?
I feel like I'm in the perfect mindset to do that now. So
yeah, you are.
Totally.
You are.
You're in the wrong state though, unfortunately.
What state should I be in? What's the MouthBreather state?
Lowell. Be in the state of Lowell. Lowell, Massachusetts.
Yeah, Mass.
Or did you mean state of mind?
State of mind.
Oh. No, I think that's why I invited you to join, because you're, the numbness, all that.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. Well, I'll fly out there, and I play really shitty on the guitar too, so it'll be perfect. Be awesome.
So yeah,
you could either take lessons or buy a gate. Either one is fine.
Noise gate. Noise gate. But yeah, we actually do plan on rolling out with 2 guitarists.
Oh, it's gonna be so fun.
Which
super excited about that.
I'm the only guitarist, and I write all the parts and stuff. And so as of yet, we've never played a show with 2 guitarists
with the leads.
Yeah, with the lead parts and everything. So it's gonna be and with the new material, I'm excited to play that too. IndexFest is gonna be.
It's gonna be cool to hear Tourniquet with the leads in it.
Yeah,
actually Tourniquet.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So we'll have a nice, brand new and polished, or at least spit shined set.
Or at least sink washed.
Yeah, just sink washed, grundle set, and then so we'll yeah, that's it. I'm done.
Yeah, we're done. Okay.
All right, we can call it a day with that one.
Oh god.
Oh my lord.
Can we have a redo?
No, this is perfect. I love it.
Okay, good.
I feel like it went pretty good. What do you think, John? We answered the questions.
Yeah, we did answer them.
It's my fault. I didn't have enough good questions. Totally.
I wasn't gonna say it, but
So you recorded that actually?
Yes, yes, I did.
Would you mind? I mean, there's this key on your keyboard, right? It says DEL.
Stay with us.
DEL, right on the right. So that stands for delicious interview. So click that button.
Click that to subscribe. Smash that Del button.
Yeah, smash the Del button. But does that conclude the?
If that's it, I'm gonna go buy groceries now.
All right, get your groceries. Thank you for your time.
No,
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
We love you.
Hey, would you mind after we hang up, would you send me the audio from this?
Yeah.
Oh, and also before you put anything up, please don't. And then send it to Ryan.
Yeah. I won't post anything though. I just want to have it for posterity.
Yeah,
that's all.
We would like to control the media. So thank you. Love you.
All right, guys. Thanks for your time.
Have a good rest of your day at work.
I will remember this one forever. That much I can say.
Good. Well, I'm like in the middle of a blackout right now, so I don't know if I will. But it's nothing personal. I was drunk before. You'll
remember hearing the interview on Facebook when it comes out.
Being really surprised.
Right, and being like, oh,
and be like, fuck.
Nick let me say all that shit.
Yeah.
So, thanks, man, for real. We appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
All right, and good luck at the fest, honestly. And I can't wait to hear the new music. I'm not joking about that. So.
Thanks, dude.
So it's gonna be fun.
We're really excited about it. In all seriousness.
And thanks so much for your support, dude. It's really, really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, totally.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right. Later.
Bye.
All right, so that's a thing I did, whatever you want to call it. That was Mouth Breather. All joking aside, they're a lot of fun, and I love their music. All the material you can pick up on Bandcamp right now is really incredible. Some of the heaviest, roughest stuff out there. I will leave the links to the Bandcamp down in the description. And one more reminder that the Mathcore IndexFest 2019 is this Saturday, July 13th, at the Oakland Metro Opera House in Oakland, California. Link for tickets, once again, is down in the description. Be there or be square. And that'll do it for this episode of Trench Talk. Thank you, as always, for listening and for all of your support. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Again, we are on iTunes, CastBox, YouTube, and BitChute. Put out new episodes every week. Stick around, listen to our back catalog of episodes if you're new. Share episodes with friends. We're always looking to grow our audience. And if you're a returning listener and you feel like you're getting added value out of this podcast, be it from learning about new bands, getting a laugh, getting some motivation and positivity, whatever, consider hitting up our Metal Trenches Patreon page. Just $1 a month makes a huge difference, but if you join at the $5 or $10 tiers, you get some added perks there, including hearing these podcasts early and also getting shout outs on the podcast, whether it be you, your band, whatever. Also, in addition to following us on social media, we do have a mailing list that I send out personally every Friday. That is the best way to make sure that you do not miss any content because, as many of you probably know, social media is freaking garbage right now and is not usually kind to sites like mine. You will often just not even see it in your feed, so you won't even know when stuff is going on. But that will not happen if you are on the mailing list and you also make sure that it doesn't wind up in your spam folder. But that'll do it for me. This is Flight of Icarus signing off. I will see you in the trenches.